Now we're going to make a birdhouse. Yes, not any old birdhouse, but a beautiful birdhouse with some beautiful birds on it. Very colourful it is, and very simple and easy to do. You're going to get the templates and all the bits and pieces to make this project. But once you've got the templates, you've got them in 3 different sizes. You can make any kind of birdhouse and use the templates in many, many different ways. And the templates you can print out onto whatever you want, onto card, onto acetate. And if you should damage them, doesn't matter. Just print it out again, cut it out and use it as a template anytime. Anybody can cut these out, they're so simple. There you go, have a look at those. Now this is what you're going to be able to print out to make this project or any other projects. You've got this main one here with all the embellishments here. You've got some lovely birds on there, some flowers and some leaves. Then you've got the main design and they're all colour coordinated so you know which layer is which. You've got green, you've got the pink there. You could even use these to make your own kind of birdhouse in those colour schemes if you so wished, if you like all those gaudy colours. Now you've got the medium there as well, and you've got the small version too. You're also getting the extra bits that give you the depth to the house with the next layers, etc, etc. And again, you're getting those in the 3 different sizes, so you can make 3 different sizes of birdhouse. Now you've also got these. Now these we've actually cut out. Now they actually look a bit similar, but they're not. They're actually different. There's 4 different colours here altogether. It's based on one colour, this peach, but there's kind of different gradients from dark to quite light. So these, if you want to make this exact project, these are all the pieces already put in for you, ready to just print out, cut out and build exactly. But we are going to give you some of these extra papers as well. And hopefully you can see these now. You can see the different colours there. So basically this is a kind of a simple birdhouse. All the colour comes from the embellishments, but you're going to get the 4 different colours there so that you do get some nice depth and shading, but basically the same colour of birdhouse. All you've got to do, first of all, is print out your main designs, which I've got here, the templates. Once you've got those, you can use those time and time again. If you should damage them, it doesn't matter, just print them out again and use them again. So all you've got to do, first of all, is decide which ones you're going to do. You know, what colour do you want, the dark ones at the top or the light ones at the bottom? So all you've got to do is basically print out your piece of paper if you're not using the pattern we've got there, the template. Then put this over the top. Now, if you want the top of the paper, use a pencil, just layer this up and also try and make them fit exactly. So I'm going to line that up there at the bottom, as you can see there, so it fits onto there perfectly. Just cut along there and it's cutting the bottom off as well. If you use a pencil, then when you cut that out, if there's any little pencil marks, you can just rub those out. Or if you want to do it on the back, you make sure that you actually turn that over when you go around. It might be an idea just to write something on there and you can just follow the pencil line around the back. So it's entirely up to you which way you do it, but you've got to stick to one way. If you use all the backs of the designs, do all of them that way, otherwise they won't fit over each other. They might look geometric, but they're not, because they're done in that kind of quirky birdhouse knocked together kind of style. Or if you do all the coloured sides, do the coloured sides as well. Now, what I've got here is all of the pieces already cut out. Now I've got all my birds there. There's all my birds and leaves and flowers. Now I've got the first part of the house there. As you can see, it's in those kind of pinks, and then I've got the second parts of the house there. And I'm going to start making the card just by taking a nice peach coloured card here, and then I'm just going to fold it over. You can use a boning tool if you want, but I'm just going to do this by eye. Just layer that up and then just press down. You don't need any fancy tools or anything like that. You're only bending it over. And what I'm going to use is, I've just got the plastic. You could use a ballpoint pen or anything like that. And then just run it down the edge. And you've got a nice crease there as well. So there's the opening, starting of my card. As you see, if I stand that up, you can have a look at that, stood up in front of me. There you go. Let's have a look in front of me. There you go. You can see that it's a nice, long, thin card, but it will go into a A4 envelope. You can allow for bits to come out over the side if you want. But what I've done here is I've actually taken the first design. Now, if I can just find that, where I put it. Where did I put those? Just one moment. They're amongst this lot here somewhere. I don't know. There they are. But just tilt them like that. There you go. There's the first part of my design. So all I've got to do is put that onto here. In fact, I don't think that is the first part. Where's the first part gone? Let me find it. Let me find it. here somewhere, disappeared. Right, I'll tell you what, just imagine it's this one. So it's the same, something else goes disappearing. You're using this as a template on the front of the card. Now imagine this is the first one. Yes, this is the first one. Oh, right, put it there like that, and then just draw around it. So you've got that bit. So what I've done here is there's the first section there. Just layer it on there, stick it down, draw around it, and then where it finishes at the point here, just cut straight up so that when you cut down this side, you've got the side of the house there like that. Can you see how that works? So you've got the front of the house there. See, I have the front of the house all the time. I'm fooling myself here. So there's my card, and you've already got the birdhouse shape there. So if I stand this in front of me, you'll be able to see what I mean. There you go, there you go. So if I open it up, you can see there's the back side of the house, and that just opens like that. So you've got the birdhouse down the side here. Now, I've got all the different sections here. So what I'm going to do now is just stick those down. Now, the first one, I've just got a little bit of double-sided glue on the back here, but you can use anything you want. You can use foam pads, whatever. Now, that's just going to stick down over the top like that, precisely. So there you go. You can see the colours, and you can see how that builds up on there like so. Let's make sure it's sticking down. No, it needs to move over slightly. But if you've got the double-sided on there, I'm going to line that up a little bit straighter, like so. There you go. There's the first part of my house. Now I'm just going to glue these down, but if you wanted, you could use foam pads. Now, if you look at the other demonstrations I've got, you'll see I've used foam pads on those, but this one I'm going to use the glue. Now I've got the next section, and if I want, I could put something behind those sections there. Let me just check I've got the right one. You know, it's like life. This one's going over the top there, like so. So you're getting the little holes of the birdhouse showing through, and because it's a different colour, you can see that standing out. I'm making quite a subtle birdhouse here. If there's any little bits there like that, which are just hanging over, just trim them later on, just trim it up. And next I can build on top of that. I've got the next colour, shading of that colour here, and that's going to fit over the top there, like so. Let me just stick that down, like that. And I've also got the bottom of the house, and that's going to stick down there over the top of that. So you can see I'm building up that birdhouse now, and as I said, I'm just sticking this down. I'm just using a flat effect, but you can build it up with foam pads if you so wish. And then finally, I've got the bottom of the house and the top of the house in a different colour there. That's just going to stick down over the bottom there like that. Just finishes that off nicely, creates the house. And I've also got the two roofs of the house. I've got this section here, which is going to go on there like that. You can see it's all basically one colour, but because you've got all the different shadings, you can see you're getting that really nice 3D effect. And then finally, on top of this particular design, I've got the final piece, the roof of the house, and that's going to fit over the top there. So again, that could be a nice card on its own. Simple, simple. There you go. Oh, it's falling off. I think a little bit more glue is required there. I've got my glue handy, don't worry, I've got everything handy. So that's just going to stick down over the top. Let's just line that all up and stick that down. So there is the card. Now again, you could just put a sentiment on that. You could keep this plain and simple if you want something a little bit more simple. But when do I ever do anything simple? What I've got here, it's got some nice already cut out decoupage ready to decorate it with. Now I'm going to put this one over the top. It doesn't matter if it overlaps slightly, so I'm going to put the first bird there like that, like so. And then I've got the birds here, and I've got them just going to look as if it's sitting on the top there. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit more glue underneath that, stop it moving around. There you go. Because I put the glue on ready for the demonstration, so you wouldn't have to sit around waiting for me to move everything. It's just moving slightly. So you can use all the birds, you can use one of them. Now what I've also got here is some nice flowers, and I think I'll put these on at the bottom, one there and one there. Now I've also got the inside of the card. Now what I'm going to do is just slide that inside like that, so it's on the actually on the inside and underneath the birdhouse like that. And then I've got one more that's going to go on the inside there. It doesn't matter if it overlaps slightly, because I quite like that. So you've got the flowers inside the card as well as outside the card. Then I've got some nice big leaves. Let's just put those underneath. And you can put these on, you can put anything you want on. You know, it's entirely up to you what kind of, how you want to decorate it. And I've got various leaves. You don't have to use all the flowers and leaves and embellishments that you've got in the set. But you know me, I always go over the top. That's a nice one there. I'm just going to put that one in there like that. And can you see how that's building up nicely? Can you see that? Can you see that? There you go. I'm just building up with the leaves there. And I've got another nice big one. I'm going to pop that one underneath there. So it's on the inside of the house. And let's just keep adding some more leaves, and they can just tuck underneath and go over the top. You can put them wherever you like. I'm going to put some down the edge here, just overlapping. I've got a nice swirly whirly one here. That'll fit in nicely on there. And you can see how that's just building up. And you've got all these different leaves to work with. And there's no reason why that one can't go in there. And I've got a few more tall ones, long, thin ones, I mean. That can go there. That can go there. And where else can it go? I'm determined to use up all these bits and pieces. There you go. Now on the inside, maybe, because when you open it up, it'll look like a band of flowers going down here. So let's not neglect on the inside here. So I'm going to stick some of these leaves willy-nilly down the inside. And pop that there like that. So you've got a nice band of flowers going down the outside, but when you close it up, you've got your birdhouse on the top. Simple birdhouse, but this time it's really decorated with those lovely, vibrant flowers. And I've got one more bird left. Should I put it on? Shouldn't I? Am I going over the top? Yeah, what the heck. I'm going to turn this round slightly so I can see exactly where to put it. I think I'll pop it just there like that at the bottom. Stick that lot down, and voila, there's your finished card. And somewhere in there, there's a birdhouse. And if you look very carefully, you too will be able to see it. There you go. So all you've got to do is download everything, and you can make a lovely, vibrant card just like that one.